10 years ago, a normal salary could support a family. Today, that same salary barely covers the basics. Rent is higher. Groceries are higher. Insurance, gas, healthcare, everything feels more expensive. And millions of people are asking the same question. Why does everyone feel broke? You might have a decent job. You might even have 2 incomes in your household. But somehow, the money disappears faster than it arrives. The paycheck comes in. Bills go out. And by the end of the month, it feels like you're starting over again. Part of the answer is simple. The cost of living changed dramatically. Housing prices surged. Rent climbed higher every year. Groceries became noticeably more expensive. Even basic services, things people once took for granted, now cost much more than they did a decade ago. But the other side of the story is income. Wages did increase over time, but they didn't increase nearly as fast as living costs. Which means something important happened quietly. Even though people are earning more money than before, their purchasing power actually decreased. And then there are the hidden costs. Small monthly payments that didn't exist in the past. Streaming subscriptions. App subscriptions. Software subscriptions. Phone upgrades. Service fees. Delivery charges. None of these expenses feel large on their own. But together they slowly drain a paycheck. Then comes debt. Student loans. Car loans. Credit cards. Debt spreads payments across years, which can make life feel affordable in the short term. But it also creates permanent monthly obligations. Bills that never seem to disappear. This is how many people fall into the paycheck cycle. Income arrives. Bills immediately take their share. Housing. Utilities. Insurance. Debt payments. And suddenly the paycheck is already gone. At the same time, people are constantly exposed to another world online. Social media shows luxury trips, expensive apartments, perfect lifestyles. It creates the impression that everyone else is doing better. But that picture is rarely the full story. There's another quiet force at work too. Lifestyle inflation. As people earn more, their expenses naturally grow. A better apartment. A newer car. a nicer phone. Each upgrade feels reasonable. But over time, these upgrades raise the cost of everyday life. When income and expenses move together like this, something strange happens. Even when someone gets a raise, they might not feel any richer. Because the increase disappears into rising costs. And life begins to feel like constant financial pressure. So the problem isn't just personal budgeting. It's structural. The economic environment changed. Housing markets changed. Education costs changed. Healthcare costs changed. But the advice people hear hasn't changed at all. People are still told the same message. Work harder. Earn more. Everything will work out. But the modern economy is far more complex than that simple formula. Which is why so many hard-working people still feel stuck. Feeling broke today doesn't necessarily mean someone failed. It often means the financial landscape shifted around them. Costs rose faster than wages. Debt became normal. And everyday life simply became more expensive. So if life feels harder financially than it did before, you're probably not imagining it. Because for millions of people, it really did change.